Good morning. It is filled to the brim, and it is Saturday, November 28th. And I want to let you know before I get into the word today that I'm going to be taking a break for a couple weeks, and I'll be back on December 14th. The Lord is wanting to cultivate our fruitfulness. Even in this time, 2020 has been a challenging year, but He said, you know what, we're going deep, and you're going to bear much fruit. And today I want to talk to you about the gift of forced rest. The gift of forced rest. Now, many times we want to rest. We ask the Lord, can I rest? We say, I need rest, and we know these times are beneficial. And so that's great. That's great when we do that. That's taking care of ourselves. And it's part of our will. See, when we take care of ourselves, our will is involved, and we say, you know what, I know I need to do that. But how about those times when we don't really want to rest, but when it's forced by the Lord, when the circumstances around us cause us to have to rest? Maybe we get sick. Maybe we get removed from something. Maybe we had a vision for something. Maybe we're involved in a ministry or in part of our career life, and all of a sudden, we think we're going 100 miles an hour in one direction and we're enjoying it, or we have vision for it, and then we no longer are part of that for whatever reason. And a lot of times we can take it out on other people. We can get angry. We can get fearful. We can reject it. We can think it's the plan of the enemy. But really, it's God's gift of forced rest. He's deciding to change the course. He's deciding to say, hey, I got something else for you. And this is when our will submits to His will. See, when we choose rest, that's our will, and that's good if we have a good, healthy will and we're doing good things for ourselves like rest. But when we are in a forced rest, a lot of times we throw a fit. We feel a little rebellious. We try to get out of it because we don't really want to do it. And the fact is this: our good shepherd, many times in teaching us about Him, in drawing us closer to Him, says, you know what, I'm going to bring you into a season of rest, or I'm going to bring you into a time of rest forced. I am going to cause you to rest when you didn't want to do. It's kind of like a little kid, when you're putting them down for a nap and they're running around and they say, I'm not tired, I'm not tired, I'm not tired. Or they're trying to put them down for the night, and the parents saying, no, you are tired. No, it's in your best interest. And this is how the Lord is for us. Psalms 23 says this so perfectly, and this is going to be the passage we focus on today. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want any other. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He's my shepherd, I don't want any other. He's the best. But He makes me lie down in green pastures. Now, David, the psalmist, writes this. He knows what it is to be a shepherd. And the first thing he says about being a shepherd, a good shepherd, makes his sheep lie down in green pastures. He forces down the shoulders of the sheep that require rest in the green pastures. See, the fact is this: the shepherd has led the sheep into these pastures. It's not just any random pasture. He has brought them to green pastures. And in this green pasture He has selected for their rest is a place of safety, away from the wolves, away from battle. He says, I'm going to force my sheep to rest in this green pasture I have selected for them, so that they have refreshment, so that there is true rest going on, so there's safety for them. But you know what else happens in this green pasture? Many times the shepherd lies down with the sheep as well. And so you find that this is an intimate time. This is a time of closeness. This is a time when He sings His lullabies to the sheep. This is a time when they learn His voice, because all of the distractions are removed. The distractions of the excitement of other parts of life are removed when the shepherd brings the sheep into the green pastures, and He says, I am going to make you lie down. I'm telling you, some of you, the Lord is saying, I have brought you into a pasture and I'm making you lie down because I want you to learn my voice more acutely. So I'm removing the distractions. Even in this COVID time, we may reject shelter in place, reject having to be at home. But the Lord is saying, can you see that I can use this to make you lie down in green pastures? See, this is a time where we learn of the presence of God. The sheep learn of the presence of the shepherd. They learn the provision of the shepherd. They learn the shepherd's voice. This is how they know he's a good shepherd. This is my shepherd. See, the fact is this, when they learn their shepherd's voice in the time where he makes them lie down, they don't run after any other shepherd. See, they know the deception. They know the deception of other voices, and they don't go after those voices because they know the shepherd's voice. And you know what I want to say to you? You need to know your shepherd's voice. The good shepherd is Jesus. Jesus declared himself in John 10. He says, I am the good shepherd. And he says, the good shepherd lays down his own life for the sheep. So does the true shepherd. Just as the Psalm 23 says, that he is the good shepherd, and that the sheep know this is the shepherd. I don't want any other because this one will lay down his life for me. Is God causing you to have forced rest? Maybe you are working less. Maybe it's because of this COVID thing going on, this pandemic, and life is being cut off and you've been resisting it and rejecting it. And the Lord says, wait a minute. This is forced rest. This is a gift to you because you're going to know my voice. You're going to know my presence. You're going to know me in a greater way, in a more intimate way, in a closer way. I have allowed the noise of life to be cut off so that you rest in these green pastures. No, it's not your will to do so. You want to be running around, and it's fine to run around sometimes, but you know what? This is the moment where I am saying, I'm making you lie down in green pastures. I'm making you lie down in green pastures. Spend more time with him. Don't be afraid of filling your time with the Lord, the presence of the Lord. Let the distractions fall to the right and to the left. The Lord is my shepherd. I don't want any other. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He makes me because he loves me and he's teaching me his voice. And when he makes me lie down, he's right there with me. I want you to pray about this word. I love you. God bless you. And I'll see you in a couple weeks.